Yo, it should be live. Oh, okay. Looks like I am. Cool. Just setting up a couple things and I'll get in the stream. I think we're gonna just do art today. I might go back to RE2 tomorrow, I'm thinking. Because I started a little later than I had wanted for today's stream. But nevertheless, I still wanted to go live. And that's what we're going to do. We're probably going to draw a bit. And, yeah, my voice is also kind of cooked today. But I don't want to cancel stream. So, we're gonna deal with it as best we can. And I need to set a few more things up, and it should be good to go. Probably won't ping Blue Sky today. It's a low-key stream. And actually, there is something that I do want to talk about, so in a second. One second, chat. 1 second. Why is it showing the wrong capture for some reason? Okay, I think this is the right capture. Making sure everything is what it's supposed to be. But I think I should be good. Okay. For whatever reason, OBS is just being difficult. I had to restart and reset everything again. This was after I updated, but I don't know, I was having problems. But, we're gonna deal with it as best we can. You put some music on. What do I want to listen to? Do I want to listen to Near Music or FF14? Or Xenoblade? I guess some Zelda music seems in order. Alrighty. But we're back and we're live and we're gonna do a little bit of art and talk. This was something I wasn't quite sure of how to bring up on stream, but needs to be said, so yeah. I guess I'll say it. Hold on, let me make sure YouTube is working. Because I was also having issues with that last stream as well. About the beat. It was kind of, I don't want to say like low bit rate, but something wasn't quite right when I looked back at my VOD. Yeah. Okay, looks like YouTube's working and TikTok is working. So I think we should be good to go. Yeah, I don't know. OBS has just been acting weird. First it was my audio, then I couldn't sign in. But that's just streaming, you're just gonna have problems and, yeah, things might not always work like they're supposed to, but it is what it is. Last few days I've been editing my video. It was supposed to come out like Monday, or really it was supposed to come out Saturday, but, I decided to change the script of my video, and I'm glad that I did, so it's taking a little longer. So I should have it done by this Saturday, I'm thinking. But, I've learned to take my time and not rush. But I guess what I sort of wanted to talk about was related to the video, so I guess it's not, like, too out of there. I guess the, main thing that I wanted to talk about was the, Twitch recap, because that came out today. And of course, if you're on Twitch, you likely know what I'm talking about. It's this recap that we get every year of all the different, like, streamers that we watch, and stream time and hours and all of that jazz. What does they say? Well, yeah, Twitch has the, like, recap feature. They have it every year, just showing where you at with being on the platform and all that jazz, but, I guess you could say my viewing habits on Twitch changed quite a bit this year. And I was watching smaller streamers, but, I guess the big thing is that I used to mod for a larger streamer, and I do not watch that streamer anymore. I actually don't think he even really streams as much anymore, but, where he was at, and, like, where I'm at as far as, like, viewpoints and, like, I guess, style of content, I'm gonna be real, he started falling down the whole right-wing pipeline, and, like, I'm like, I want nothing to do with that. And, like, I don't have an issue with the community. Well, the older community members in the streamer that I used to mod for has definitely done some things that I do not agree with. And as such, I had to take a step back from that. I'm like, I'm not cool with this. Which is a shame, because if not for the streamer and his community, I probably would have never started streaming, so it's like a weird moment to be in. I don't agree with much that the streamer stands for or anything like that, but this is on here. I guess this year has been good in as far as like understanding where my values are and like what's important for me, not just as a content creator or as a person, because I'm reaching the point where like the juvenile reach big type stuff it's not really do anything for me. It's not helping me. It's not serving me. And like engaging in that stuff just put me in a negative mindset when I didn't like that. But on the other hand, the community that this person was in, or at least made, it changed the way that I approach things for the better. So like when I talk, God, this is loud. So when I talk about this streamer, it's like a bittersweet thing, because you've seen them when they weren't exactly as big as they were. And like when they were starting out, well, not quite starting out, but still trying to capture a larger audience, and in doing so, they started pandering in beliefs that I'm gonna be real are harmful for society and just nasty and mean-spirited and just I don't want to be like that. That's not my position on anything. And if you've been following me on like my channels and stuff, I'm gonna kill a spade. Art is political, and when I talk about art history and like video game history and stuff like that, I'm likely gonna talk about it in terms of like I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry, I'm distracted, folks. Long story short, this person made content that I don't agree with and has said some heinous things about different groups of people. And it's a shame because when the community was smaller, more insular, it was not like that. And to see a creator go towards those lengths to make money, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, because the community built and the things that you say don't translate to much if you're making your own community feel unsafe interacting with your content and you don't really seem to care. That's not exactly a good look for your actually I did not mean to do that. That's not a good look, at least from my perspective as a content creator. And obviously, I'm very small, not even 1% of the size of the person that I'm talking about, but I guess it just needs to be said. When I'm making my community, I want it to be a place where people can express themselves and not be judged, and misogyny and transphobia have no place in my community. no matter how small it is, it's never going to change. If someone is acting in that way, I don't want them in my community. And if anyone feels unsafe because of that type of behavior, I would stamp it out immediately. Like, no questions asked. It doesn't matter how long a person has been in that community. If they say or do something stupid like that, I don't want them there. Just end a discussion, because my values are more important than making money. I don't believe in changing my principles to chase money or fame or whatever, because the people that have been viewing you for years have a similar opinion, and like, I forgot what I was going to say, but pretty much, yeah, I wouldn't be a solid for my values for my community, because like the people that have been supporting me from day one will know that there's like a change, and like, I couldn't do that for my community, because like, this person had all sorts of people modding for him, and like, there's like women, people of color, people that didn't conform to like, I guess, gender norms. I believe there was non-binary folks and trans people that modded for this person, but that didn't really seem to account for the shift in content and rhetoric towards those groups, even if those people have been supporting them for years. But when I saw the streamer recap, I kind of was like taken aback by it, and I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna show it on stream because of that, which is a shame, because it's a bittersweet thing, because no one really wants to see their creator act that way and say these things about groups that are like misunderstood. I guess when you don't take turn to task. Also, hello, welcome. Just talking about like the Twitch recap stuff, and I'm conflicted on showing it because there's a streamer on there that I don't really agree with, and whose values that I do not believe in. And it's like a difficult thing because this person wasn't always like that. They had a really welcoming community when I first joined, but ever since, well, the past like year or so, they've been pretty negative in terms of content and such. But I guess that's just sort of my take on it. I'm starting not to be a big fan of like larger streamers anyways, but that's my 2 cents. If someone has a problem and feels unsafe in my community, I'm not gonna really want to deal with that anymore. Artist community? This person's not an artist. They were a gamer, but I guess gaming isn't really what they do anymore. I don't really think this person has streamed in months, which is interesting to say the least, but I don't know. I'm just morally talking about how the community was, because, like, this was coming from a person that was with an artist and, like, was someone who supposedly supported the art community, but then they started punching that AI slop, and then, like, casual racism and transphobia, and, like, I don't really want anything to do with this, so I'm like, no, I'm good. To grow up is better than to do similar stuff. I will say that I reflected a lot, and it's bittersweet for the fact that I'm still friends with some of the people in the community that have also left because of similar reasons. And if it's because of that community that I'm even streaming at all, so it's a bit bittersweet to be talking about this, but I guess it's probably better to talk about it because I don't know, it's kind of important. You shouldn't let parasocial like relationships like dictate your values for who is the better creator. Nor should you let someone's viewer count determine that they're more correct about any certain opinion. But more or less, moral of the story is, just don't take streamers' words for it. Don't take my words for it. But I think part of building a community is at least saving face for the people that have been there for years. And, like, not throw them under the bus when it's, like, either politically or monetarily expedient to do so. Um, Even if I were to grow as a streamer, which I'm gonna be real, may or may not happen. I don't really want to be a super big streamer, as big-headed as that might sound. I like rather have a smaller community of like-minded folks as opposed to a larger audience that I have to change my behavior to try to appease. Because if you do your content like that, it's not gonna work. Well, at least it won't work long term because people will get bored, and that's like not really a community. But just more or less be mindful of your audience and like who you choose to interact with and the things you say, because it's important. And the big old 2025, you can be a big streamer and not have to alienate your user base, of your base rather. And like with their whole anti-intellectual like rage bait stuff, it's just not cute. And for someone who says that they support arts and to be using AI stuff and like not even think about the impact of what you're doing and what you're saying and how it could affect people in your community that have been there for years, it's just not a good look. I'm sorry. I'm probably in any community because it's hard to get in when they always talk about things where you were not. Yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. Like I said, I was a fan of this person. They got me into the Twitch community, and I met my friends there that I still talk to. And if it weren't for that, I likely would have never started Twitch streaming. I was doing like TikTok sporadically, but in the past 2 years, I've really pumped it up. But still, Uh, I don't know if this person truly believes the things that they say, or if it's just some vested interest or not, or just another person swept up by like right-wing stuff. And yes, I'm gonna call it out because that's exactly what it is. I don't think that they believe the stuff that they say, but it doesn't really matter if they believe it or not. If they're perpetuating that stuff and it's harmful for community members, that's a no-go for me. And I'm sure people watching the VOD are gonna be like, knowers know who I'm talking about. But I do not really want to name this person because their community can be pretty vicious. But I still felt like it was needed to be said. And I stand by what I did and said. I don't agree with this creator anymore, but I don't regret joining their community because in a lot of ways it did help me. Now I don't agree for what they did or the things that they said, and what they said is not any way representative of my viewpoints, but I think I'm at the point where I can make peace about it and like move on with my life because Twitch drama is silly, but if it's like leading to people being harassed and harmed and whatnot, then obviously it's a bit more serious than that. And how someone of that size doesn't seem to really recognize that, that's not my problem. But if I see bad behavior, I'm gonna call it out, and that includes this community because I want it to be an inclusive space to talk about things and not have to feel like they're being bone rushed by either bots or agitated viewers or whoever it might be, but I guess that's sort of my take. But that's kind of just my recap thing. I'm no longer part of that community, so after this year, it doesn't really matter. What is this brush I'm even using? Oh, I was using the watercolor brush. I was wondering why this looked weird. I guess as far as like social media in general, Twitch is like one of the only places left that it feels like you can be in a community. Tumblr used to feel like this, DeviantArt used to feel like this, and I'm old enough to remember both of these platforms, but like Twitch is one of the only places that are like that's like that anymore. Where like you can have your like own platforms like artists and creators and stuff like that. It has the old internet feeling, which is like not very common. Obviously Twitch still has quite a lot of problems regarding moderation. But like as far as like being as intrusive as other platforms, I think Twitch actually ain't all that bad. If they had more consistent moderation rules, I think this platform would be better. And improving discoverability for smaller streamers, but like beggars can't be choosers. That's just kind of how social media is. But I think it's easier to get a tight-knit community on Twitch than pretty much anywhere else on the internet. I don't think that's like an unreasonable thing to say. Regardless, that's just my take on the situation. And it's not even like the shade on the whole community, because like a lot of people that I think are still in the community are still pretty nice, and I know some of them don't have these views. Like, since this creator like pivoted their content to be quote unquote more political without really understanding um, the things that they're saying, and obviously they're doing it for money. Um, Not everyone in that community is harboring those beliefs. And obviously that's not licensed to go harass anyone because that's corny and like that doesn't solve anything, but um it's just my take on the fact is that you should still be able to like grow your content without throwing half your community under the bus. Because like these are people that have been watching for years that um, might feel a little bit slighted by what you're doing and saying. And like instead of having like a civil discussion about the situation, you say slanders things that either A aren't true or B gross mischaracterization of events because they're doing something or act a way that they're not. Um, yeah, I just couldn't in good conscience like do that to my community. And whether or not he believes these things is irrelevant to the fact that the harm that was caused and the creators that were harassed by him saying irresponsible things is something that you can't really take back. But I don't really want to dwell on this more than what is said, so I guess I'll just make a point. Yeah, I don't agree with the streamer. I don't interact with the streamer much or his community other than people that have left. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would never sell my community out for money. Or I guess political favor. I mean, especially as someone who was posting like pro-trans stuff and anti-racist stuff and then buddying up with right-wingers and saying slurs and all that nasty stuff. It's a bridge too far. Regardless, that's just my take on this situation. Well, it's not really a situation, it's just been on my mind. And I wasn't really sure how to bring it up in a way that, like, makes sense, but yeah. Other than that, like I said, I've been mainly, like, editing my video and, doing stuff like that. I want to focus more on my content and stuff. And the video that I'm editing is still not quite done because I changed the script, so I'm thinking either I stream tomorrow or I finish the video tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Regardless, this probably won't be like a super long stream, but I wanted to chat and I didn't want to cancel. So tomorrow we should be playing more Resident Evil 2, which I was actually having a lot of fun with, but it doesn't take long for me to get overstimulated by the game, even though I enjoy it. I think I was pretty much talking about like the direction of like I see my channel going for 2026, and in some ways I am excited for that because I think unlike 2024 I focused more on YouTube, and 2025 I focused more on streaming. I'm trying to see what I like about content creation because I do like both. I like making videos, I like streaming. As someone who is employed, I can't do both consistently. At least the way that I would like. But it's always about finding that balance and just doing me. Like, I don't really expect to grow much. Twitch is... Well, I did say Twitch is good for, like, forming a community. It's still hard to grow on this platform. It's oversaturated, of course, but... I do think I'm coming into my own as a content creator, so... That's something to be said. I wish I had grown more on YouTube more, but I wasn't really focusing on that as much. But who knows? I'm excited to see what 2026 has to offer. This year has felt both long and fast. I guess I could do another study here. I didn't really have anything planned, and if anything, I wasn't actually going to be drawing today, but I started stream a little later than I'd wanted, so I figured I would just do art. I don't really want to commit to a game and then, like, have to stop because, it's a weekday. But I do also want to do more RE too, because the clips have been fun to make. I've been doing really well, so... It's just one of those things where... I'm sure being more consistent would have helped, but... I guess for the content that I make, I don't want to say that like I'm a political streamer by any means, but I do have left opinions on a lot of things. And you kind of just get that vibe anyways when you study art history and design and all those things. Because it is important to understand why propaganda is made a certain way. Also, this is pretty. I want to draw this. I talk about like analyzing games and themes and stuff on my YouTube channel, and I want to do more videos like that. So, I think I'll probably make a video on mouth washing, so I have to go through that part again. But other than that, I'm going to talk about political movements if they're deemed necessary for video, if I'm talking about art history, because art is fundamentally propaganda in some aspects, but understanding art history is actually something that needs to be studied more. Not even just from an artist's perspective, but it is part of history. And like, it always grinds my gears when people say that things like art can't be political or that you're reading too much into like fiction. No, I'm not saying that like it's a one for one comparison because of these things, but um, I think it's important to understand history and the fact of how much we've got, how we got in our current predicament, politically speaking, and not just for U.S., but in general. I think taking the time to learn these things can help you enjoy a lot of your favorite like media and understanding, because media literacy is actually trash in this country, but people always want to assume that, hey, it's never that deep or stuff like that, but people can't exactly be mad at like film directors if people can't really sit through like a 10-minute discussion about like certain themes in the show. And I hate to say it like that, but it kind of is what it is. But actually, I don't like this droid. Our attention spans are like so fried, and there's a reason why like art education isn't funded. And I've talked about this at length, but it's worth mentioning again. That there's no incentive to learn or be creative or do things or think outside the box with a lot of different topics. So, I think encouraging a place for people to think about the favorite stuff that they consume is what I mainly want out of my videos and channel and whatnot, to talk about art history and how it relates to video games, because it's part of art history, but it's not really studied like that, from what I can tell. I think there's a space for it, but just talking about your favorite BS in that regard doesn't have to be like a difficult ask, I think. We should definitely be more critical about the media that we consume, and that includes things that we like. And this pseudo intellectualist rage bait stuff gets in the way of that because it's making people more divided and closed minded, and like we are capable of a lot of good, but the forces that be, and yes, it's mainly the rich, billionaires, and people who sympathize with billionaires, are getting in the way of that because they want to make money and push an agenda. And if we're divided, then like it's easier to exploit us, and it's just easier to not get us to think about the situations that we find ourselves in. And like just being conscious of the human condition and the different paths of life people take shouldn't be considered woke. It's just the right thing to do. And we can do that and still respect people of different backgrounds and identities. And it's not for me to judge like how someone chooses to express themselves, because it's like none of my business. And I think that's gotten lost in some cases, but I think it's just nice to have a spot where we can talk about these things, because it's just worth mentioning anyways. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm a little bit scattered-brained. I am a bit tired today, but regardless, I wanted to come on. It's like you want to be more consistent as a streamer, and I do enjoy streaming. I forgot how much I said that I streamed this year. I can't show that thread. I streamed 142 times this year, which I feel like is a lot. But honestly, it feels like more than like I expected. But I guess I can't really be upset. I did a lot of collab streams this year. And I got 3 subs. And even though I'm not an affiliate, I am thankful for all the support that I got. I didn't think anyone would sub to me, so the 3 subscribers that I do have, it's huge. I do wish I could get, I do wish I had enough to pay for an editor. Because I think, because I'm not able to focus on YouTube as much, is what's slowing my growth down, because it's very hard to grow on Twitch itself. And it's easier to grow if you like have the ability to like clip farm and like make highlight reels of like games and stuff that you play. If I were able to do that, I think I would be growing a bit faster than I am. I think I had like the most growth on Twitch this year, so I guess I can't complain too much. It's still like really hard to grow on Twitch anyways, so to have consistent viewership and like a few subs and like over 100 followers is just still huge to me. And I was working on the Bookkeeper's Daughter, but I think I will probably shift to working on that more often. Um, well, like I said, there's more stuff that's going to be in the video, so I don't really want to spoil it now, but you guys will see what I'm talking about in due time with my update video, because I think I'm going to make that more of like a monthly thing. At least to see where I'm at wise and what I want to work on. But after RE2, I do think I want to do more art stuff. I'll still probably do collabs. We're not doing one this week, but we should be back to doing collabs next week, I'm thinking. And we're gonna try the new RP game most likely. After that, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. I got the Halo Master Chief stuff. I never played a Halo game in my life. So I guess we might try to do that, but I kinda don't want to do that till after New Year's. Maybe not till after the spring. So after I finish RE2, we gotta figure out what to do game-wise, because I still want to play a game. I just don't want to play something that's super long. Because I don't really think having like a time sink is good. Also, this body looks weird. Oh no. Um, it is making me wonder if I should actually start a second channel or not. Because, like, the gaming stuff doesn't always jive with the videos that I was making, but I'm not sure. I still don't know what to do about YouTube. I don't care too much about Twitch or TikTok, because it is what it is. TikTok has been, like, kind of shitty to grow on, but I'm pretty sure they limit who you views your stream, and probably because I'm not using their own launcher, I'm probably not growing as much because of that. I don't even really know about that, but I don't know how their algorithm works for streams. I also heard recently too that YouTube caps streams, but I don't know how true that is. I've heard conflicting stuff. I grew decently on YouTube, but I know I could have done more. And that's on me, because I've been busy and I couldn't be consistent as I wanted to. Finding the balance is still something that I struggle with, unfortunately. I think maybe the stress, like, I play like two or three games, and then I like do reviews on them in the meanwhile. I think that could be fun. Because I still want to do a mouthwashing review, and I need to do, what else did I play this year? RE2. I started Silksong, but I'm probably gonna have to restart the playthrough for sure. It's been too long since my last one. But I don't really want to commit to a super long game for probably next month or so. Like I said, well, I can say though, Saturday I do intend to do an Osu stream just exclusively on Twitch, because I think, like, it would be like karaoke or something. You know, maybe I should, like, alternate between, like, Saturday Osu streams and the Magma Canvas. I think that could be fun. That way, if chat wants to join, they can do that. I haven't played Osu in forever. I would play some now, but I'm live on YouTube and TikTok, so I would definitely get banned if I did. Unfortunately. Well, not banned, but my VOD would be muted. And I don't want that to happen, so we're just basic art frogs and stuff like that. I would say that overall I'm excited for the new year, which sure, but I don't know. I have a feeling 2076 can be potentially good. Maybe it's opium. I don't know. But I'm excited for the new year, content-wise and personal-wise. This year's been weird, but I think it's mostly been good. I wish I could have focused more on art, but I don't know. I could probably tell them I'm a little bit tired today because this art's not really arting for me right now. How long have I been live for? It's only been an hour. It's already 9 o'clock. I don't want to end stream though. Let's see, is there anything that I could do that's like quick? I don't really want to start like a game, but I want to do something. I don't want to go offline. I could play more Where Wind Meets, maybe. I'm kind of not feeling drawing right now, to be honest. It's more or less just me yapping, but I don't really want to be in a just chatting category, because that category can be weird at times. What I said with, like, how Twitch, with how Twitch's moderation can be, that's for sure. Well, I have to think that they did crack down on bots, because I haven't really seen any in my last few streams, knock on wood. Because normally, even if I wasn't in the art category, I'd get that stream boom message, and my auto bot would, like, incinerate it immediately. Because I actually set that up properly. I'm not really sure what I want to do. I guess I could just keep drawing. But I'm also not really feeling art right now. Do I have anything that I can color? Because I think that would be like something I could just turn my brain on. I did have this, but I'm not sure if I like it enough to turn into an actual emote. I did this like a couple weeks ago. I guess I could try drawing an emote, maybe. I think doing anything too technical right now would just fry my brain a little bit. But I at least want to have like an hour and a half stream. Even though I know this stream is probably not going to be long. Tomorrow's stream should be a little longer. I should start earlier, I hope. That's the plan, anyways. But I was dealing with technical issues. That's why I started a little late. Classic. But I guess we'll draw like a little emote. What emote do I want to draw? I kind of want to draw a sleepy one because I am a little bit sleepy. I'm a bit eepy. And also, this Zelda music is good, but I don't think that's the mood that I'm in right now. Okay. I guess I could record myself drawing this. Like I said, I did get my new SD, so I can download more games on here or more stuff. It's gonna make editing a little bit easier. Um, I will say, like, I did sort of backslide on my whole caffeine crusade, unfortunately. So you can't have all victories this year, but, I guess the mouth should probably be a little bit rounder. Um, you seem that's actually really cute. Um, so you can kind of see the neck here. Um, I know, like, I do want to do more channel stuff in emotes. I really need to contact another Subpatch Arts. I think I should probably be able to do that this month. The one I had picked, unfortunately, had to close, so I have to find someone else, but that shouldn't be an issue. Um, what about this other emote that I had? Let's turn this opacity down some. Not need this. I think the biggest thing is just making sure that the face doesn't look weird. What did I do for this one? You can't really see her eyes with this because they're closed in this. Oh god. You can't really see their eyes, which I have to figure out how to deal with. I think the mouth should be a little rounder. because otherwise it looks like she's laughing. But a sleepy girl for a sleepy stream. I guess you could clean the sketch up though. Maybe I could do like little C's in the corner. I could do a yawning one, and I could also do a bitch one. I think that would be cute. Or like me, my little VTuber with like the sleeping cap on. I think that would be cute. I was also doing like PNG tuber designs in my sketchbook. So I was working on that too over the weekend. Uh, Maybe I should do the letters on the side here. Oh. See. If I knew how to make my letters big and bold, maybe I would have to like drag it into like Affinity or something. And I was messing around with that a bit the other day, but I didn't really do much. I was looking at the different fonts and stuff. I know if I tried to do like the letters in here, it probably wouldn't show up very well. Maybe drew a little cute sleepy emote. I think for this, I don't think I even did like a separate sketch layer. Let me turn this off. I just did the line art over it. I think I used the wrong pen, so that's why it looks weird. Because for like more quote unquote polished stuff, like the freelance drawing that I did, I cleaned up my sketch, but I don't know, for emotes, I don't like to do that because it gets stiff, and I would rather just go in with the line art instead. At least it's not pen, so I don't really have to worry about like messing anything up. Also, I need to turn this black. Okay. Could probably make the brush a little bit smaller. And I'm just using like the default brushes for the line art here because I don't really want anything with line weight for once. And this is just like a basic like round pen. I don't like that mouth. Let me redo it. Like I said, I do want to take art courses, I think. So I might need to look into getting some or getting more art books or something. Maybe I should get art books instead of courses, because honestly, anything that would probably help. Um, Anyone that could probably. Oh, sorry. Um, Lost my train of thought. Um, what was I saying? Sorry, Chad, I'm a little scatterbrained right now. Oh, anything that could get me to be less on the screen, have less screen time, I think is good. So maybe getting some art books might be the strat, chat. I'm thinking of like setting up a channel point redeem, like if someone like donates 500 bits or has like, I don't know, a certain amount of channel points, then I draw something. Because I think that would actually be good to break up streams, I think. Because I don't want things to feel stale. So where did my drawing go? That was weird. I just wanted to look at the reference sort of for her. I think I would want my PNGs to be a little bit of like a secret, so I might not draw the designs on stream, but I might offer a few snippets in a trying time. But I do have some ideas that I think will be fun. I guess if I want to change my character's outfit, I should just draw it. Because I don't really have time to be learning Unity just every time I want to change something on my model. It kind of sucks, man. And I don't have money for Live 2D, and I also don't have the time to learn Live 2D either, so. Yeah. Um. Okay, this slider is, like, not cute. I just want to get this done, I think, before I call it a night. Um, I think as a creator, I still want to be myself. I just don't believe in, like, selling out a sizable chunk of my community for money. And I don't support anyone who thinks that's, like, an okay thing to do. And, yeah. It's about being principled, I think. Because if you're willing to sell out your audience for A quick book, it says a lot about your character, I think. I don't really want to harp on that, but I was just thinking about it. Again, Norris and Chad will probably know what I'm talking about, but menu tab. But this is cute, honestly. Okay. Okay, I think this looks a little bit better. I don't like blockhead because I think I was just yapping a little bit too much to do that, but I think we have the markings of another cute emote. I might actually use this one. So I might actually upload it as a sub emote, depending on how the coloring looks. But I like the lighter, so IAEB. I already know what I will name this, so IAVEB. I wonder if I could get IAEB. I have to look. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. Can't decide if I like the eye slightly open. Hmm. Tired anime effect. I think the gradient map could also be good here. I was messing around with those too. Let's Okay. I wonder if I should keep the pupils small. Here they made the pupils big, so maybe I should be a little bit bigger. Or maybe I shouldn't do anything at all. Maybe I should just leave it blank. Their eyes don't always need to be open anyways. I think I like it better before. So we're gonna fix this. Um. Okay, and go back to this. I could probably move this eye down a little bit too. Let me see if I can fix it first. Oops. Hmm. Let's see, this makes the line look really skinny. Maybe I should do it with a white after the fact. I don't think doing it like that would look good. I guess, yeah, I guess, well, it's also forcing me to change my art style too, and the fact that, I sort of used to do like GB stuff, but not too often, but getting back into it's been fun, so. I think I'll probably like pop into like Canva or something to do lettering here. But for now, I kind of just want to focus on this. Okay. Um. Oh. Oh, this is gonna look weird, isn't it? Let me try that again. Um, oh no. And do the eraser around the edge here. Oop. This is probably a better way to do this, but yeah, I can't be bothered to fix it like that. So we're just gonna do this. Again, I might just pop it into like a graphic thing and pick a font that I like for these if I decide to keep them. Which I'm undecided about at this point. Okay. I'm gonna make clip this below and set it to multiply. I don't think I'll be doing too much shading to this particular emote because the reference that I'm looking at doesn't really have that much. Probably just the hair and maybe the mouth, but apart from that. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. This emote's like really cute. I don't even usually draw stuff like this, but it was actually pretty fun to do. So let's pog. Um, Yeah, I don't really want to go like heavy-handed here. I do think this is cute. For me, that's like a little bit, like I said, a little tired. I don't. I think this is like a cute drawing on it, ironically. Um, so I'll do another clipping layer, and I guess I'll just color pick for my other emote. Although, because I can't really be bothered to do it from scratch. I just color pick for my other emotes. Okay. So it should be actually pretty simple to color because I didn't go super detailed anyways. Um, yeah, the skin is pretty much done. I think I'll probably just color this and then I'll get out of here. Because I do intend to stream tomorrow and hopefully I'll be a little bit higher energy then. But I'm glad that I'm alive. I'm having fun. Even despite the heavier topic I talked about at the beginning of the stream. Trying this cutie emote is, well, is what saved it, I think. I think I want the purple to be a little darker. Alrighty. I want to try to do that sip emote again. I wasn't too happy with the face. But I think this one could low-key be something I put on the channel. I'll probably have to tweak it a bit in like Affinity or Canva or something, but it has good bones, that's for sure. IAVTEB. Well, I was just talking about not having bots in my chat, and Stream Elements already obliterated one for me, so much for that. I had a little bit of a blush to the cheeks. Very glad I didn't have to do it on a base layer, but I like doing it anyways, because Use the blender. I feel like I could probably get some better blenders. I was using this one, but it doesn't always do what I need it to do, you know? Um, I do like the ice for this, but no. Um, Drawing chibis is low-key fun sometimes, that's for sure. And then I need to do the mouth and then the collar she has, choker she has on. Why did I say collar? Jesus. Honestly, you just do like a black, although this isn't really black, but it's fine. So we're gonna go over the little gray areas and I think we'll just move on. Alrighty. Hmm. So I can do another layer on top of this and clip that. Honestly, I could be cleaner. I didn't make separate layers for different things here, so that's probably why things look a little messy, but honestly, I don't mind. It's not too bad. I can still fix what I need to fix. So I should probably do like backs under their eyes because she's supposed to be tired. Oh, why does that look red? Oh, because I'm not on the multiply setting, that's why. Um, oh no, I can't see this. Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. I'm stupid. And let's probably turn this down a little bit. Okay. The hair, I don't really want to go too detailed here. Other than, I guess, for this first where it's darker. I would like to have at least a couple sub emotes for Twitch. I don't have enough subs for membership, and my watch time on YouTube is going down because I haven't been making long form videos. I kind of do need to get back on that, but it is what it is. It just made me wonder if I should do a separate channel for like art analysis stuff. I don't know, man. I'm still torn because I know I wouldn't be able to keep up with it as much as I would want. The sucky part of not being able to afford an editor. Alrighty. Um, I guess the other thing is to do the highlights. I didn't. This is like very simplistic, but I don't really want it to be like too detailed. I don't think. But I'll probably just do the highlights and then call it in stream. Okay. And honestly, the seaboat's pretty close to how I'm feeling right now. I'm glad that I went live though. So. Okay, I guess we can do like a quick little highlight thing. Overlay. Honestly, the colors could have also been a little brighter. I might have to see if I can fix that. I probably just need to turn the brightness up, which I could probably do here. I probably wouldn't even need to go to other editing software to do that. But, okay. Um, um, there's some things that I think I do want to fix for next time, but I did just want to pop in and chat for a little bit, and I think I did that, and I got what was on my mind off my mind, so I think I might, I might low-key take a, uh, I might, I'm probably gonna call it a night here, and I should be back tomorrow. If not, I might post an update in Discord or Blue Sky if I want to finish that video. Because if I do, then I can stream for like the rest of the week. So I'll see what we do. I'm still thinking I might stream tomorrow, but we'll see. But I think I'm gonna get out of here, and yeah, I'll be back soon. If not tomorrow, certainly Thursday. Until then, peace. Bye.